Hey, I was just thinking it's hard to share. It's hard to move forward. I spent a very long time being stuck, being stubborn, being shameful, not really knowing how to move forward. It was like I had this anchor tied to me, and the anchor was dug deep, deep in the bottom of the ocean, and I couldn't budge it. It wouldn't move. Don't matter how hard I tried, don't matter what I researched, don't matter who I talked to. I spent years living like this emotional roller coaster ride. It kept me trapped. It stole my joy, my confidence. It made me feel tired, shameful, guilty. I was just plain stuck. I would grasp for straws. I would grasp for anything, books, classes, counseling, you name it. I tried to unbury whatever the deep, dark, shameful secret that I was carrying, the pain that it was causing me. I tried everything to get rid of it until one day I couldn't take it anymore, and I decided that things had to change. My story, maybe your story, I don't know, but hiding behind the shame, the guilt, isn't healing at all. It has prevented me from doing so many things that I was created to do because I was scared. Fear paralyzed me to the point where I would just hide in my busyness. I would hide in my shame, and I thought that if I could people please, if I could do something where somebody else would be happy with me, well, then maybe I could be happy with myself. I was like this bird stuck in a cage with the door open, free to fly. I could leave whenever I want to, but I didn't have the strength in my wings. I couldn't lift my wings, wasn't strong enough to fly. Feeling trapped, feeling super sad. Explosive anger was explosive. I remember locking myself in the bathroom and grabbing a pillow on my way, screaming and crying into the pillow, looking up at the ceiling and yelling at God and just saying, why? When is it going to stop? Why do I have to live like this? It took me a long time to realize that forgiveness applies to me too. I was all about forgiveness. Oh, I went through the motions. I would say I forgive, and I did. I absolutely did forgive. I was hurt by people that I thought I could trust, people in my inner circle that I thought I could trust, but every single time I was proven wrong. I was betrayed, and people would lie to me constantly to the point where I didn't even know what the truth was. People in my extended family, when I was growing up, my immediate family, and I was confused. The things that happened to me may have happened to you as well. Some of the things were self-inflicted. I had a choice, and the choices I made were horrific. They were so horrific. I lived with the shame and guilt until, I'll always live with the shame and guilt, but I couldn't forgive myself until I went through a process, a healing journey. And we're always on a healing journey. Since the beginning of time, people hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. And I have hurt people, you've hurt people. And forgiveness is so important. And what I find is that we forgive, and people think that they have to forget and let that person back in, and that's not true. When you forgive, you're letting go of the hurt. You're letting go of that pain. You're getting yourself out of bondage so that you can be free, so you can have the freedom to fly. It doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean that you let that person back in your life. You absolutely still have boundaries. And that's what I'm learning. I am learning to keep my boundaries, because it is so easy to be persuaded to let people that hurt you back in. You want to trust them, they're your blood. You want to trust them, you've known them your whole life. But sometimes toxic relationships need to be cut out. And how do you make that decision? It's not easy. Being balanced is tough. Doing it on your own is tougher. It is so amazing. I have an accountability coach, and I have goals, SMART goals, that keep me on track of what I need to do in 7 key areas of my life. Without these tools, I would not be able to continue to be on a journey of healing. I would have gone, I used to say, I get 5 steps forward and walk 3 steps back. I don't say that anymore. Since this past year, I have implemented a protocol that has absolutely been life-changing. It's not only balanced me in key areas of my life, it has released repressed emotions that I have been dealing with since I was little. The little girl inside of me is starting to evolve and heal and move forward and have the freedom to fly. And I would love to show you the tools that I've been using to help me get to this point. And it was a long journey. I'm talking over 30 years. So I've created a 6-week coaching program that helps people, helps women just like me who have making poor choices. Maybe you were sexually molested as a child. Maybe you chose to have abortions because you were an unwed mom and were a teenager and too afraid to move forward with a pregnancy or 2. Maybe you come from a family that was so dysfunctional. They were pathological liars and thieves, and Jewish lightning hit your parents' businesses, or maybe your parents evaded taxes. Maybe they lied and got in trouble. Maybe they forged checks and went to jail. Maybe they hurt somebody so bad that that other person is so broken that they're not even part of the family anymore. Whatever the dysfunction is, there's hope and there's healing. I will link the course subscription below. You can check it out and see if it's something that you want to begin your journey on. It's an incredible program that did more changes for me than I'd ever experienced in my lifetime. My anchor has been cut and I am free to fly. Through this program, I have gained confidence, joy. I've embraced the emotional chaos and have been able to make SMART goals and implement them in every aspect of my life. So, if you want to learn more, check out my website, lisadrennan.com. I have an online class, How to Transform the Narcissist in Your Life. And I have aroma freedom sessions, which help release repressed emotions so that you can move forward and heal from whatever journey it is you are on. And of course, you can check out my blog. I also have workshops coming up. I have one coming up each month. So check out my website for those details as well.